getting two, one solid and one lights up. All right. Bethlehem Lights. Bethlehem Lights is a commercial lighting company. They are known for and hired and got their reputation because they decorate downtowns, amusement parks. So when they came to QVC, they brought us that same quality, that same durability, and that same magic. And that's exactly what this is. I'm gonna move out of the way so you can kind of see it. This is a 20-inch lit metal wreath. This is a lot better in person than what you are seeing right now because it is very substantial and it has a lot of opportunities for you to kind of play. Originally it was $126. It is now at a savings of 40% off. You're saving $50. Sadly, it's indoor only. However, if you hung it in your window, I bet it would have great curb appeal because you are looking at 1,600 fairy lights. That's a lot of fairy lights. And the wreath itself is a metal frame wreath. I don't even know where you would go to buy one of those unless you had, you know, some kind of connection with a commercial company. So this wreath is never going to break. You could lay it down flat and put a punch bowl here, or, you know, put, you know what, I'd put probably a block of foam and then maybe one of my characters, like those snowmen that we, you know, the smaller characters you could put in here and use this around it. I think it'd be fabulous. These do need to plug in. That's why you get the brightness and the golden brightness that you're going to get here. All right, so now we know you need to plug it in. It's indoor only and it's 20 inches. So it's a really good size wreath. Let me introduce you once again to Michelle Stretch. She is a dear friend. She is one of those incredibly creative designers that we absolutely love that bring us Bethlehem Lights. Oh, I like the way you just put your bow on there. You could change it season in and season out, Michelle.
You absolutely can, Pat. You gave such a great explanation of Bethlehem Lights, a great intro there. And this is actually a departure from what we normally do. You normally see our greenery and our trees and all of that. So with this, we wanted to make something really extra special, Pat. So there are 1,600 lights on here. They're fairy lights, not easy to make. These are all hand wrapped onto that beautiful metal frame. The lights all have gold cords with them, so it's really, really pretty. You do plug that in. There's a nice long cord at 70 inches. And then there's a little battery box, excuse me, not a battery box, little push button, kind of a control right there on the cord. You just press that, and whether you want it to twinkle or if you want it to glisten, you can do that. But it's just bright and gorgeous. I do love your idea too, Pat. If you hang it inside on a window, both sides look amazing. So you're almost getting two wreaths in one there. Looks like a tire. If I can describe it to somebody.
Oh, that's a great
about
description.
4 inches in depth right there. And it is just designer, high-end, one-of-a-kind. Use it on its own, or you can certainly add a bow or some embellishments with that for the season.
You know, this is one of those things that if you only buy one, you're going to go, I really should have bought that second one. I mean, I could see it in someone's window. Maybe you have, you know, I love my kitchen window. I hate to do dishes, but I do like the kitchen window and always put something special there. What you saw Michelle do, how she changed things, and the cord is very long, and my crew has done a beautiful job of dressing it beautifully. So forgive me, but watch.
Yeah, and you know, Pat, I also love that the cord is a very thin, sort of silvery cord. I don't like seeing cords for one, but this one is going to be able to disappear for you. But it is pretty. And like you had the great idea too, I think, of the punch bowl. I thought of that too. Imagine bringing this out if you're an entertainer, bringing this out for all of your parties, and you have the punch bowl sitting in the center right there. Or maybe a beautiful cake if you're a baker.
That would be great.
So just think of outside of the box. Yeah.
This is something that, you know, many times, Michelle, and I've said it with you before, a lot of the collectibles that we have, like the little snowman or the elves or something like that, they're fine. But to me, I need to put something around them to kind of bring attention to it. And that's what this does. This could bring attention to anything because you could lay it down flat. You can put it up high and, oh, look, you couldn't do that yourself. There are
No.
1,600 lights. The cord, or the wire, I should say, on the fairy lights is just perfect.
Yes, it's a beautiful gold. There, you got a good look at it with those lights off. It's pretty when the lights are off too. It has almost a little bit more of a rustic appeal when the lights are off. But when they're on,
Look at
it
that.
is the most fantastic, gorgeous wreath.
Hmm.
One of a kind in our collection. We don't normally make a departure like this with Bethlehem Lights, but I love it. It is designer, Pat.
Designer without a doubt. I mean, you couldn't even find this to make. I have never seen a metal wreath, and not to say that I've seen everything, because I haven't. But I would dare say it would be extraordinarily hard to find a metal wreath, and then to find fairy lights that literally all you really see are the dewdrops of fairy lights all the way around. Look how bright that is. So, you know, this to me says celebration. Whether
Yes.
it is for Thanksgiving, as you said, maybe you put a cake stand and you maybe elevate it a little bit, put a cake stand in there and put the pie, you know, pumpkin pie in there or something like that, or, you know, a punch bowl inside, or as we said, those characters that I love so very much that you all bring, you know, put that inside and put this, you know, it would be pretty, an angel
Yeah.
in the middle of it.
Yes. Yes, you're drawing attention right there to something
Yes.
important. But you know, even just using as a wreath, I just hung this on a kind of a rustic shelf that I have in my home. So it really doesn't matter whether you are more contemporary in design or farmhouse or any of that. It works everywhere. So think about it. Could it go on a mirror in your home? Think about, you know, what could use a little love and a lot of light. When you get this home and light this up at night, it's going to be amazing. Pat, I love it right there next to you. That's like the perfect light setting there. And you look great, by the way.
You're sweet.
I love the lighting.
My Quackers shirt.
And your quacker looks great too.
What's
Yeah.
fun about this, Michelle, is I think this is hopefully the reason our friends come to QVC, because you cannot find this out there. So thank you, Michelle. I hope to see you again soon.
Soon, Pat.
All right, here's a quick reminder about that Quacker top.